When did the popular kid's life fall apart in a few seconds?
He started doing heavy drugs and fist-fought the vice principal. Parents kicked him out at 18. Haven't heard much since.
3 popular kids went swimming in a quarry. Only 2 came out. It sucks because the one that died was popular for all the right reasons. He was a genuinely good dude. I was the weird kid, but his locker was right next to mine and he was friendly every single day to every single person.
I don't know that his life really fell apart, because it turns out his home life was terrible all along, but it definitely shifted how people looked at him. And I went to a small school, so there weren't too many divisions between people. When you only have 40-something kids in a grade, popular is kind of relative. But, a kid's mom decided to leave her husband, the kid's stepdad. The stepdad, who was known to faculty and was considered a good guy, stopped by the school to deliver something to his stepson. Cool, the secretary gave him a pass to drop it off at the stepson's class, rather than call him down to the office. The stepdad actually had a gun and had no idea where the stepson was during that period, so was roaming the halls. Luckily, a friend of the stepson, who knew what an abusive, dangerous guy the stepdad was, happened to be in the office and alerted everyone. We all went on lockdown, the police came, we were stuck for a couple of hours as they swept the school after arresting the guy. Then, it came out that the kid had been abused for the entire time his mom had been married to the guy, and she only was leaving him after he started hitting her. It was a whole thing, and while everyone had pretty much always liked the kid, he suddenly just had everyone feeling sorry for him. Teachers let him go back and redo assignments to boost his grade. People gave him stuff to start over. He just kind of got really closed off and stopped joking around and only hung out with like 3 people after that. He was known as the abused kid with a stepdad who was going to shoot up a school, and that's hard to get over.
He was an only child, and his dad had died when he was 2. Was really happy-go-lucky, and he was popular because he was outgoing, supportive, warm and kind to everybody without fail, and although he was friends with the kind of kids who bullied people, he was the first person to tell them to knock that shit off if he saw it. When we were 16, his mom, who was one of the nicest ladies I ever met in our small town, was crushed to death by a semi-trailer that drifted into her lane. He dropped out of school, he stopped talking to anybody, and he refused to let anyone visit him. I have no idea what became of him. Sorry Jay. I hope your life got better.
Unfortunately, a cheerleader from my school had a 4-wheeling accident that left her in an almost vegetative state. Through years and years of hard work on her part, she's been able to gain a little more independence. However, she'll never be exactly the same as she was before the accident. It's really sad and crazy how quickly your life can change from an accident.
Guy on the football team sent a girl's nudes to the entire football team, and a good portion of people in my grade got arrested during class. I haven't seen him since. When she got pregnant and a few years later she moved to another school district, he got made fun of because he wanted to wait to have sex with his new GF popular girl. So he caved and did it. Teen pregnancy. When he hit and killed a state trooper on the freeway while the trooper was out of his car trying to remove debris from the road. His parents divorced and he started acting out. He went from good grades and clubs to failing and drugs. He sent a video of him sucking his own dick to his girlfriend, and then it was leaked to the whole school. I'm not sure I would call him the popular kid, but in some circles he was. He was a bit of an arrogant ass in my opinion, but had money and liked to spread it around. His dad was a wealth manager. Lots of friends, family, community members were clients. A few years after high school it came out that Dad had embezzled millions. Their entire wealth was stolen from friends and family. This rocked him hard. Dad went to jail and he changed his name and totally became a different person. I saw him after that and barely recognized him. His personality and even his posture was different. I felt really bad for him. I ended up having a really good talk with him and I can only imagine what he has gone through. Edit. Wow. Lots of people have asked for details on location and was it so and so. Which tells me this has clearly happened before. I won't give any more details other than it wasn't in the US. When we walked across the stage, I was amazed by how much simpler university relationships were compared to high school. Popular people who picked on me in high school were suddenly desperately in need of a friendly face. And it was all water under the bridge. Her mom was diagnosed with dozens of brain tumors the beginning of our senior year, and died before Christmas. Girl went from stable, well-off and beautiful to a wreck. Then off the map. After that, we lost 4 students violently, including 2 sisters stabbed by their stepdad. Staff quit. Pretty much no one in our senior class made it in life. Suicides followed graduation. 1999 was a really tough year for our school. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Rip inbox. This happened in Snoqualmie, WA, aka Twin Peaks. I am doing okay these days. Despite a rough life. Can't say the same for the classmates that I did keep up with. Ongoing trauma is that much harder to process when literally everyone around you is grieving too. No one gets a pause long enough between deaths to ever fully heal from any of them. We did our best. 1999 was a messed up year for so many people and I don't know why. I think about that Offspring song, Kids Aren't Alright, a lot. Lost control of his car when he and his best friend were driving to Taco Bell at night. He came out of it with a fractured collarbone. His friend died on the spot. He was really close with his friend's parents too and vice versa. He made a few posts on Facebook on how he was an idiot and how sorry he was. The dead friend's sister and parents made it very clear that they didn't blame him. It was winter, black ice, and he was 100% sober. Before he was, like, a stereotypical popular dude but in the wholesome way. Dropped out of school and became addicted to painkillers. Don't know what happened to him afterwards but it was just sad for everyone. A few of them shot at some tourists in a protected wildlife area. 2 or 3 of them went to prison. No injuries as far as I ever heard but it was still really stupid. I'd moved out of town by that point so any information I got was hearsay. Edit. Some people managed to dig the report up. It happened in Ely, in the BWCA. 6 guys were involved. And it actually turned out that the 2 kids that I thought were involved weren't. And a different, other popular kid was. Jay Olsen got 3 years for it. Having a hard time finding much more information. It's all very piecemeal. https www.twincities.com/2007/in-the-idyllic-book-a-in-night-of-gun-fire-curses-and-terror/. Rumor went around that his parents paid a hefty amount to ignore rape allegations and keep him on the football team. Edit. No, it never ended up on the news. I'm not sure of the truth behind the rumors because my school likes to keep rumors hushed and there too many kids at my school to get a single story. One kid on school was popular only because he liked to start shit and bully everyone. So most people was friends with him just to avoid being a victim. One day he tried it on the wrong kid. Got beat up so bad to the point he started crying. Honestly, I think it was a win for the bully because it gave him a pretty good wake-up call. Became less of a bully and is now quite humble. Got hit by a car. Went from bully to paraplegic. She was a bully. Nothing good to say about her. But that is a rough end. The stud quarterback about 2 years ahead of me has been knocked at least half a dozen times. He might be dead now. Not sure if that was a problem for him in high school, but I heard he had a nasty pain pill habit in college and probably transitioned to heroin from there.